G'day, how you going? I'm David A. Elliott. Not everything in Senator Anning's speech is negative. He does support breaking the oligopoly power of the banks. It has become clear from the current Royal Commission into the Australian banking industry that their actions in dealing with a large number of clients have not only been immoral, but definitely criminal, resulting in severe financial hardship to their clients, destroying businesses and even lives, some literally. Senator Anning states that the Royal Commission's terms of reference are far too narrow and the ability of the Commission to hear evidence far too limited. He supports increasing the powers, resources and duration of the Royal Commission and believes the banks and others who have behaved contrary to any acceptable moral standard must be exposed and made to pay for their crimes. I would have to say I totally agree. I also agree with his goals in making affordable home ownership a national priority. His ideas on major infrastructure development seem to have some merit. This includes the Bradfield scheme. That's a scheme to divert 99% of the monsoon rainfalls that flow into the sea back inland to drought-proof these areas. Though the economic feasibility of this scheme may not be practical and would need to be considered further. Not so good is his desire to build coal-fired power stations to return us to the cheapest power in the world. This appears to ignore the environmental costs, but even from a financial perspective, it's not entirely true. Historically, Australia has had cheap production of electricity from coal-fired power stations. Currently, the cost to produce electricity from these is cheaper than renewables. However, building new coal-fired power stations would cost more than the renewables. Also, costs of maintaining current coal-fired power stations is increasing, and costs of renewables is rapidly declining. So in the long term, pursuing renewable energy sources will be cheaper than coal-fired power stations, both environmentally and financially. My final summary on Senator Fraser Anning's speech is that he may have a couple of good ideas, but overall his views are clearly right-wing with a desire to return to pre-1973 political policies and a uniform European Judeo-Christian culture. Here is a list he made in his speech of his stated political goals. However, I would suggest you read the details of his speech to put these goals into their true context. I've provided a link for you to do this. Anyway, look out for my next video on the White Australia policy. See you around like a rissole.